Hi everybody, this is Matt. Thanks for watching and welcome back. When I ask you what your favorite .22 rifle is in a semi-automatic, most of you will answer this, the Ruger 10/22. It's been around for a long time, does a fine job, it's proven itself to be very, very durable. And this one here in particular is the Ruger 10/22 takedown model. But one of the things that occasionally people like, and they like to do with their rifles, is what? Lighten the trigger pull, because this happens to have a trigger pull of 6 pounds. The gun, very, very light. If we could lighten up the trigger pull, less chance of a flinch, more accuracy. So Ruger has heard the call and they've answered with this, the Ruger BX trigger. This trigger will fit any Ruger 10/22 and it's advertised to come in at a trigger pull weight of 2.5 to 3 pounds. So let's get to it, let's install it, and let's check and verify and see if it works. So, on to the bench. All right, in order to do this operation, obviously I have the rifle. I have a small hammer, a couple of punches, a little block, a little rest for the punches, a gunsmithing tipped screwdriver, and the new BX trigger. But before we even do that, let's take a look at what the actual trigger pull is of the original trigger in this Ruger 10/22. Six pounds, 1 ounce. So a 6-pound trigger, just like what Ruger had advertised. And that's perfectly acceptable. So let's go ahead and move forward from there. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and lock back the action and remove the barrel on the takedown. Reason for that is I don't need it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and let the bolt come forward. And the reason for that is I want to take the spring tension off of this. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with the screwdriver and I'm going to take this apart. Now, you don't have to back the screw out all the way. You can actually feel when the threads begin to let go. And for this, here's a tricky part. I'm going to go ahead and take the safety and kind of put it right there in the middle so it can pass through. And then this simply will come right out of the frame very, very easily. And so at this point, I'll re-engage the safety because I don't want anything going on. And then I'll go ahead and I'll remove these 2 pins. One might go easy, the other one not so much. So I'm going to start here with the front one, see if it wants to go. It does, that's great. One little caveat, watch this particular pin right here because this little guy likes to walk out on you. And when it walks out, then you're going to be trying to hunt it. And let's go ahead and try the back one, see if that wants to cooperate. It does not. So I'm going to go ahead and drift this out and I'll come right back to it. Okay, I've got that drifted out now. I'm going to rotate this up. Notice this hasn't come out all the way. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. I'm going to carefully lay it to the side. Lay my upper down. And then I'm going to take this protective guard off. One thing I'm going to check is I'm going to make sure that this is captured so it won't be coming forward on me. Make sure that the safety is on. And then just going to simply take both fingers and pull this directly off. And I'll go ahead and I'll put that on the old one as well. I want to make sure that this bar is still laying in the groove. And then how I'm going to approach this is simply going to come down and put this right over the top, rotate it back up in my hand, see if I can get this front pin to cooperate and go in there all nice, which is being very kind, and back one's going in fairly decent too. Now remember before I warned you about this pin, I cautioned you about it. So I'm going to hold that, and then I'm just simply going to take this hammer and finish driving those in. Get my tools out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to reinstall this. So it will just go ahead, it'll slip in, provided that I go ahead and put that in the midway position. And we're in. I'm going to put that safety back on, set this down, and we'll go ahead and screw this back into place. So once I have this back into position and get it tightened up, I will go ahead, attach the barrel. But first, I'm going to go ahead and lock that back. Reattach barrel. Let this go forward. Make sure everything's functioning right. Check the safety. Okay, that's good. And let's test the trigger pull. See what we've got. Make sure that that's zeroed out. Ooh, 2 pounds, 15 ounces. We got to try that again. £2 pounds, 12 ounces, exactly like what Ruger advertised. So there you have it. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? What do you think? Here we have a Ruger 1022 with a sub 3 pound trigger in it. So I think it's time to go to the range. Now, hopefully this has helped answer a couple of questions for you, and until next time, everybody, thanks for watching and have a good one and be safe out there.